Guys, welcome to my channel. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to my new video. Freaking scurry again. I used to have a YouTube back in the day, like 2 years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I just stopped out of nowhere, and I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys to restart the YouTube channel again. So I've been really excited to kick this off and get it out to you guys. We'll start to roll out videos here and there. Let me know down below what you guys would like to see, either brows, lashes. This is gonna be a YouTube channel where it's just gonna be honesty. It's gonna be giving you what the realness is of makeup out there, because I feel like a lot of stuff is hidden or keeping away from you guys, and that's not what I'm here for. Okay, I'm here to tell you guys the truth and nothing but the truth about all this mug. So yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, and I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of the first video, and I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me. Bye. I applied my shadow base off camera already, and I've used the Smashbox 24-hour primer. It's my favorite primer. That primer is amazing. Especially if you have oily eyelids like me, it works really good with keeping that shadow on all day. So now I'm going to be prepping my lid with the Anastasia Blanc shadow. As you see, like, I'm always dipping into this shadow. Like, I put it down all the time, and I apply that all over my lid. So I'm just putting it, just packing it onto the lid as I go. So you want to let your eyeshadow primer dry before doing this, and then go in with the shade. And this will just help with your shadows transitioning a lot better on the lid itself. Orange from AnastasiaBeverlyHills, which is the individual little shadows as well. And we're going to dip into that with our MAC 217 crease brush. So I like to take my shadows and I like to dip in a very small amount and then dust them off, and then come at the crease area and apply that shade in. So with a smoky eye, since we're doing more of like a brown smoky eye, I like to use a lot more chocolatey browns, more earthy tone browns for this look. Dip into that as well with my 217. And I'm kind of doing it in a doming motion, so then that way everything will be blended together and it won't be as messy. Dipping back into that fawn shade. Apply it onto the eyes. Now we're going to move on to the darker shade and apply that shade to our lower eyelash, to our lower lid line. So I'm going to be taking the shade Fudge from AnastasiaBeverlyHills as well, which is this nice matte beautiful chocolate brown shade. The Fudge just describes it all. So for this, I'm actually going to be taking a packing brush, and I'm going to be applying that all over the lid. So for the smoky eye look, I usually don't take the shadow too far out into the corner, and I don't take it too far into the corner. So then that way when I do blend, it does give that smoky effect to the eye, and I'm not taking it past the crease. So now what I'm going to be doing is taking my small Luxie 237 blending brush, and I'm going to be blending that in an upward kind of motion onto the eyelid. It kind of blends itself. And brushes, whatever I say is, brushes should help you blend, shadow should help you blend as well. If the shadow is not that good, it's not gonna blend. So I just took a little bit more of fudge on the outer part of the eye, and I'm just blending that in upward motions back into the eye. So there is no hard transition on the eye itself. It kind of all just blends. So now what I like to do is just take a smaller brush tipped, kind of similar to this right here. And I like to go into the corner of the eye. To apply that shade that we needed there. And then I just go back in with my Luxie 237 blending brush and just blend until my little hands can't take it anymore. So now what I'm also going to be doing is taking the shade Fawn from Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. And I'm going to be taking a small blending brush that looks just like this. Just a small blending brush. And I'm going to be dipping back into Fawn from Anastasia Beverly Hills and just going back into that crease and just making sure that there is no harshness to any of the lines in the eye. So gel liners, and we're just going to be going under the eye rim right here and right here, just to give a little bit more depth to the eye and really bring out the eyes. So just a tad bit to the eyes. Next I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. This is my favorite mascara right now currently. I really like the formulation of it. I'm not a big fan of the brush itself, but the mascara is really good. With the mascara, we're going to actually move on to the face. I will apply my lashes at the end of the tutorial, so then that way everything kind of just comes together, and that will be the last step here. Okay, so now we're going to be jumping into skincare. We're going to be using this Clique Moisture Surge moisturizer. This just helps plump the skin, just makes it look really refreshed, and we all know Sophia needs to look refreshed right now because I look like a hot ass mess. So I'm just gonna lightly rub that into the skin, and I'm gonna press. So then that way it just really pushes into the skin. For some reason my eyes are like super irritated with me right now. And I'm just gonna press into the forehead. Make sure these forehead wrinkles is pressed in right here. Alright, so now once that is prepped and onto the skin, the moisturizer, we're actually going to be going in with our favorite foundation right now. It is the MakeupForever HD Stick. I really love the stick foundation. It just glides on perfectly. It melts down with your skin temperature, so you really don't have to warm it up at all. It does go on a little bit thick, but once you blend it out, you will be in heaven, because this foundation is amazing. So I'm going to start with a little bit of coverage right now, not too much, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. I'm also going to spray some Badescu Mario onto my beauty blender, and I'm just going to be tapping that into the skin. My foundation is on. I'm going to be taking my favorite concealer as of the moment. I'm going to be taking this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral and applying that to my under eyes as well as places I would like to highlight and contour with. So you always want to work out in an outward motion with your concealer. If you just apply it directly underneath the eye, what you're going to be doing is just causing your under eye to look darker. So what you want to do is kind of draw everything backwards, so then that way it just gives your face like a really nice facelifted look. Because who doesn't want to look snatched? You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to put a little bit around my nose. I do have a tendency to get a little bit more red around my nose area, which I hate, but what can you do about it? So I'm going to be taking my black beauty blender for this part, and I'm just going to be dabbing that into the skin. That way get a nice even coverage. So just like that, we are nice and highlighted underneath the eye, down the ridge of our nose, on our lip. I don't do so much of my forehead, just because I just don't. I probably look really crazy right now. I'm so sorry. I'm taking some honey foundation from Tooface Cosmetics and applying that as our contour. I prefer a warmer contour, so most people don't, but I do. I do not like a cool tone contour. I kind of just feel like it drives me out a little bit. So we're going to be taking just a flat foundation brush and dipping into that product. I have my product on a little pan, and I'm just going to be applying that to my forehead. Now, everybody's contour will be different because everybody has a different face shape. Unless you have more of the similar face shape to the artist on like the YouTube channel, I would definitely recommend looking up your face shape or going into an Ulta or a Sephora and asking about your face shape and what shape your face is. Next, I'm going to be taking my Mario Badescu spray and back to my AQUA beauty blender and just blending this out, making sure everything is well blended into the skin and not making me look like I'm a psycho. So now what I'm going to be doing is just taking that same exact brush and I'm going to contour my nose. So this is an optional step as well. You don't have to contour your nose. It's just something I prefer to do to myself. Now I'm going to actually take a beauty blender and just go in on the sides of that nose and just snatch that nose up. Not too much though. Baby, am I doing too much, too much? Now I'm going to move on to blush. Right now I'm using my favorite blush, which is from Elfcosmetics. This is called Tickled Pink. Can't say it. I'm taking my Tooface blush brush and applying that to the highest points of my cheeks. I think this color is like perfect for springtime and summertime. It's just a really overall really pretty shade. This is done. I don't apply my highlight until my very last step because I like to, oh just dropped my phone. I like to spray my face, kind of get it hydrated, and then put on my highlight. I feel like it just makes it pop a little bit more. So we're going to move on to the eyes. Eyes we are. So what we're going to do is just take very similar shades to the top shade that we use. We're going to be taking the burnt orange shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is that matte shade that we put in our crease earlier. And we're going to be applying that to the lower lash line. And we're going to take it all the way in to the corner of the eye. Ah! Next, we're going to be taking... Oh, son of a bitch. Next, we're going to be taking the shade Fudge from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is that same matte brown shade that we applied to our lid. And we're going to be focusing that on the outer parts of the corner of the eye. We're not going to be bringing in this shade all the way into the eye. We're just going to focus it more on the outer parts of the eye just to give it that really nice sultry look. If I keep stabbing myself with my brush, I will have a heart attack. Pretty much. The eyes are done. We are all set to spray. We are all set to highlight, which is the funnest part of it all. That's what I love to do. I know a lot of girls like to highlight, and that is what Sophia does. I'm going to be using my Anastasia brush. This is a A23. This came with her glow kits, and this brush is amazing. So I'm going to be highlighting the bridge of my nose, a little bit of my nose, not too much, and above my cupid's bow. And then on to the cheeks. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this realness? Ooh, good Lord. Tell it on the mountains. Yes, honey. Other side as well. Oh my God. Oh. Like every time I put on a highlight, I have to like sing to the heavens. So now moving on to the lips, which is going to be the last completed step of this tutorial. We're going to be taking a shade from Wet and Wild. And these are very affordable. These right here, the Wet n Wild shades. These are amazing. These are their liquid cat suit lipsticks. And I'm using the shade Nudiest Peach for this look. This is it for this look, kind of finishing product here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you guys would like to see down in the comments below. And I'm super excited to jump off this YouTube adventure with you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me through all those years, especially on Instagram and when I used to have a YouTube back in the day, girl. So just want to say thank you so much, and have a great day.